downhill now.
Yeah. Where's your friend? They were like, like a nice time. Because like it's hard that shot at everything down the hill.
So yeah, what I was saying is that when it comes to fashion and whatnot, it's important for you to add your own style to it. You know, give it some personality. You know, so I just look at it as, you know, we're walking canvases, and what we put on for the day is our masterpiece for the day, essentially. So every day we get a clean slate, and we get to dress our canvas the way that we feel, you know. And you know, for me, I like to keep it dapper and like very simple, but I like to accessorize and really add my own flavor to it, which is why you see me with the turtleneck and the bow tie. You know, it's just my way of, you know, being creative and very expressive about you know, how I carry myself and my ambitions. So you know, the arts and fashion go hand in hand, just like music. So I think it's very necessary for people to embrace fashion and the changes that
Fashion
just
now.
keep coming along. So
Kind of like it kind of pushes the mold a little bit, and it kind of makes people a little uncomfortable with certain things that people wear. It's kind of like, dang, like that's different, and that's what I like about it. I think that people are able to mix and match different styles with different things. Like you might see people wear like a poncho a certain way, and you might be like, that's crazy, like that's you know, from like a Latino culture, but it's like somebody like an Asian or African American wearing it, and it'll be dope. Be like, dang, that's dope. Like some people consider like my hair like an Asian style, but I think it looks dope on me. You know, it's like people consider it a man bun, but most man buns are worn by Asians or Caucasians. But I'm a black African American male wearing it, and people when I walk in the room, people are looking like, dang, he has a little man bun, like such a dreaded man bun. So they think it's super cool because it's like they don't really see it. That's one example. A lot of my friends thought I was crazy when I started growing my dreads, and they kind of thought I was like tripping, like, man, what's up with Tone? Like, why is he growing his hair? Why is he getting dreads? Like, that's hella weird. But now they're like the first ones coming, like, bro, I see your vision now. Like, that shit's dope, bro. That shit's really clean.
So basically, what made me wear this today is because I enjoy looking fly. I like being unique. I like looking different than other people, and so the reason why I had the Doc Martens, these are like my favorite shoes to wear, and this is what I like to wear on a daily basis is lots of colors. So,
So fashion is an art form in which like you can express yourself. People can get a gist of either like how you want to be perceived or how you feel like expressing yourself that day. Also, it's an art form in which you can assemble clothes together, and it's kind of like a talent so that people can see how well put together a person is. It's also like a confidence booster when you're dressed like pretty nicely.
I think one of the biggest things what fashion does is that it sets a bridge for a lot of people. And even though I think there's a huge difference between it sometimes when it comes down to fashion and then you having style. Some people, fashion could be like the trend or whatever it is, but the style, the swag comes from your personal identification of how you express yourself. The biggest thing is that, fashion, not everyone can keep up with the latest trends. So whatever it is. For me, sometimes fashion can be what's on clearance or whatever it is. But you know what? Everything is a reflection of my values and how I see myself and how I perceive myself, but more so than anything, who I associate myself with. So fashion is not only is it just like an outward sign of an inward value. So I think that fashion in general, I see it everywhere, and I think that for the most part it's a beautiful thing because it's so innovative and it's so growing and it's so evolving, and the reality is it's one of the biggest bridges that can go across generation to generation, from culture to culture, and the biggest thing that kind of is a reflection of how we perceive humanity. I mean, everyone in a sense has its own authentic edge, and fashion in itself and how you and what you choose to dress, from the to the accessories that are associated with it, to even the look that you're trying to go for, is all a reflection of your own authentic insight on
if they're wearing all black, they might feel a certain way. If they're wearing bright, vibrant colors, maybe they're happy, their mood changes. In music videos and in movies, one of the first things I personally look at is like, damn, like, check his fit, check his coat, check the boots and everything, you feel me? Because it goes with the vibe of everything, And in music videos, especially, fashion is just so huge, and it's weird how some people can be ignorant or blind to that fact, I would say I do get a little inspiration out of it, not to the point to where I want to follow the trend directly, but just to the point to where it's like, damn,
It keeps me. It makes me feel. It makes me feel something. I don't know. When I dress well, it makes me feel like I'm gonna do better in school. It makes me do better in school, actually. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not super big on fashion. I'm more into modeling. That's my thing. And I just like to see how people put stuff together. I'm the guy that's always wearing the stuff, always wearing the cool stuff. People are always trying to style me and different stuff like that. But for me, fashion is all about looking good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You get that boost of energy when you got a good outfit on. You look at yourself in the mirror and everything like that. Other than that, though, I'm super interested in looking at fashion, looking at other people's fashion, and trying to match match this guy's shoes with this guy's sweater and different things like that.
Any type of standards set by anyone. So, for instance, like, you'll catch me in like a wrestling tee or like a Backstreet Boys tee with like some leather pants on, just because like I can, or just because I want to. It's not for anyone's liking. I do it all just because that's kind of where I came from, of not following the type of rules that was set by other people. I'm my own person, so therefore I'm going to set my own rules when it comes to anything I do. Like my brother said earlier today, you got to put your own twist on things, put your own creativity to whatever you're doing. You got to be the quintessence of anything. Like Virgil Abloh said, if you're going to do something, make the perfect version of it. And that's what I'm trying to do with myself, and as myself as a brand. Like everything that I do is branding. The way I dress, I'm branding myself. So if you buy something of my product, you're buying into what I believe in. You're buying into what I see the world as.
Expressive. Pretty much for me, man, the thing about fashion, dog, is like it comes down to the senses. So you got, five senses. Sight, taste, touch, things like that. you know, I fuck with music tough too, but I fuck with fashion because it's tapping into that sense, the sight, you know, it's aesthetically pleasing. And that's where I get a lot of inspiration from, man. Like you can do anything with fashion, dog. Like especially in these days, like you can do anything. Like you can literally, you know, like when I was a kid, I would see like superhero movies, or like I was big on anime and shit like that, you know, and just all these like crazy like looks and stuff like that. I used to draw them, and so now I feel like, particularly in these days, man, like you can literally put anything together and make anything come to life. You know what I'm saying? I can look however I want to look. I can literally go out there, like I don't have to just wear like shirts, pants, shoes. Like I can literally go out there, find stuff, make stuff, you know, whatever. I can put together whatever look I want to put together, and that essentially tells like a narrative. You feel me? I get to live my own narrative. I get to live my own story, you know, and creatively, you know what I'm saying, like bring it to fruition, like my own story, essentially. You know what I'm saying? I get to tell my own story in my head to other people, and just, you know, throughout the day, just from that just from that creativity. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely always tight when you can find different pieces and put them together and, you know, do your own thing.